Okay, so we're here with Gursimran.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to ask you 4 questions, and just feel free to answer them however you like. Fix your hair a little bit. There you go. Okay, so question number 1 is, so how did we meet? I know this is our 2nd year together, and we opened up the school together. So how did we meet? What was the situation that brought us together?
So I was called down from my class to the advocacy hub. At the time, that was down on the 1st floor, all the way in the corner. And you were speaking to me and a bunch of my friends about an incident that had occurred about me bullying another younger student. And then we called our mom, and you were basically in charge of helping us rectify the situation.
Okay. Were you scared when you came down?
I wasn't scared when I came down.
Oh, well, you should have been. I didn't do my job. All right. Okay, so what have we done together?
So since the incident, together we worked, I think it was every week. We had a meeting about every single week where we would try and understand the situation from a different perspective, in a different light, and see how maybe the victim was feeling, what we could have done differently, what we can do now to rectify the situation. Every single week was something new. All of those meetings were leading up to us actually making a video. It was a kind of like a PSA, an anti-bullying PSA, which the boys and I had to work on together. And it was really to try and make sure that we understand the position that we put that other person in, and make sure that we don't make that type of mistake again.
It was a good video too. Okay, so then after we went through those little mini lessons and the activities, and then you guys created that video, what have you learned through the process?
I feel like what happened was, first of all, it was extremely unfortunate, and when I was called down, I didn't think that it would be for anything of that nature. I've learned that different people respond to different things differently, as a matter of your circumstances. Like, if I would have perhaps said the same type of stuff to a different person, it would have turned out differently. But you always have to be sensitive and be empathetic, because not everyone is going to react in a positive way. Sometimes you have to, what you consider as a joke can actually be like a very traumatic insult to someone else. So I've learned in that way to be more empathetic for others, be more careful of what I say. I feel like I have much more of a filter now, especially with people who I don't know as well, because I didn't know that victim at all.
Okay. And how did you grow, or how did you change from the interaction? You kind of touched on that. But...
Basically, overall, I just feel like I'm a more empathetic person who's just much more careful around people who I don't know as well. I feel like in that specific situation, I was just a straight up jerk, which I feel is it's okay to be a jerk to your friends, but you've built that relationship to the point where they kind of know who you are, and they know that you don't really mean any harm. But now it's I'm always it's almost like I have a bubble around me, and it's a nice bubble where I'm always going to be very kind and very careful of what I say to everyone who I may not know as well, and I'm not as close to.
And you're a senior student now, and you've matured.
Yeah, I've matured, yeah.
Good. Thank you, Gursimran.
Yeah, no worries.